Thank you all very much. And thank you, Raphael, for that kind and warm introduction. And thank you all for coming. I can't tell you how much it means to me to have so many friends by my side today. I especially want to thank my family, starting with my great wife, Mary. She's for standing by me in this great undertaking. I want to thank my dad over here who came, my son Nick, and his wife Kelly, and my other kids who couldn't be here because they're out of town. I want to express appreciation for my extended family coming too. And I want to thank my mom, who cannot be here because of health reasons. Believe me, if she could, she would be here. She's always supported me no matter what. There's one more person who's not here, and I wished he could have been. And that's my grandfather, Mike Kumanitz. Some of you old-timers might still remember him. He passed away about 20 years ago. He had a tremendous influence on my life, and that influence is a major factor in my standing before you today. My grandfather came to South Bend as a young boy from Hungary. He grew up and married a Polish girl from the west side. The two of them had 5 children, including my mother. They lived in a 600 block in North Brookfield, just down the street from the old Cremo Bakery. He soon joined the South Bend Fire Department and became active in local politics. In fact, he served as the Democratic Precinct Committee man in the old 211 for more than 50 years, from FDR to the very first Bush administration. And everything I know about public service, I learned from this man. I used to tag along with him as he went door to door, registering voters and asking them if there was anything he could do for them. If the street light was out, he got it fixed. If the curb was in disrepair, he took care of that. If the trash was piled up next door, it was gone within hours. The guy was amazing. And I watched how through his zeal to serve his neighbors, he was able to build this enormous trust with them. And I decided at a very early age that I wanted to do what my grandpa did. And I knew that someday I would run for office, and I would look out for people the same way he did. In my years as a county official, I've tried very hard to do just that, and I hope he would be proud of me. And I know that he would have given anything to be here today as I say the following. Ladies and gentlemen, I announce my candidacy for the Democratic nomination for Mayor of South Bend. Thank you all very much. Thank you. As I begin this race, I'd like to acknowledge the many contributions of Mayor Steve Lickey in serving our city. Serving us at the South Bend Heritage Foundation, then as a dedicated city councilman, and the longest serving mayor in our city's history. I know this man, got to know him really well, and I'm telling you right now, you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who loves this city and its people more than Mayor Steve. And no one has given more in generous service to South Bend than he has. We all owe him a tremendous debt of thanks. My friends, as we look to the future, we all know that our city faces serious challenges. First and foremost, we must do all we can to create and retain good jobs in our community. The unemployment rate is unacceptably high. We need to pull out all the stops in order to reach out and attract new businesses that will bring quality jobs to South Bend. We need to work with existing businesses to help them retool and expand. And we need to continue to explore regional and state partnership opportunities and engagement with local leading educational medical institutions in our community. As someone who has run a small business, a marketing firm, I understand the struggles small business owners are facing right now, and I will encourage them to be part of the conversation. As a county commissioner, I worked on many complex economic development projects, including the expansion of the AM General Plan. And as mayor, I'll send a clear message that job creation is our top priority, and the city of South Bend is open for business. Secondly, crime in certain sectors of the city is deeply concerning. While it is true that overall crime rates continue to decline in South Bend, there are neighborhoods where families live in fear of lawlessness as soon as the sun goes down. This cannot stand. No one, and I mean no one in this town, should have to live in fear. If elected mayor, I promise to take swift action to make our city neighborhoods, and I mean every city neighborhood, a safe neighborhood. To that end, I'll work with law enforcement officials and community and neighborhood leaders to forge a plan of action we can all live with. I will also concentrate on revitalizing neighborhoods and ridding them of abandoned houses. These structures are not only an eyesore, drag down properties, but they're dangerous. Finally, we turn our attention to our schools. Some say a mayor can't do much about education. Well, I disagree. I've been a classroom teacher for 26 years. When I take office, my first priority of business will be to reach out to the superintendent and the school board and explore concrete steps to improve our South Bend schools. As mayor, I'll institute an open door policy for teachers and parents and student leaders so they can come to my office and bring me their ideas for progress and their concerns. Moreover, I'll visit the schools regularly. Opportunities for progress may lie in the continued partnerships with our outstanding colleges and universities, both public and private. Pulling together, there's no reason why South Bend students at the primary and secondary level cannot achieve more. When it comes to our children's future and the future of this city, we must help every student reach their full potential. So it's clear we face a lot of big challenges over the next 4 years. The question for you is what kind of person is capable of successfully taking them on? The starting point is someone with a strong education and broad experience. As Raphael Morton mentioned in his introduction to me a few moments ago, I have had the blessing of being able to earn 3 degrees from the University of Notre Dame. And for that, I'm truly grateful. And indeed, a leader should be highly educated. But there's a difference between being smart and what I call street smart. A good leader has to be both. Street smart is having common sense, the sense of the people you serve. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this city. I know its streets. I know its people. I've lived here all my life. I grew up on the southeast side of South Bend near Riley High School, raised my children near downtown on Foster Street and Woodward Avenue, and now live on the west side. And because I know you, and I know how many of you struggle day in and day out to make ends meet, I promise you, I'm not going to waste your money. I will not approve. I will not approve costly projects which add little value to your quality of life. Just as important as to be street smart, you got to be street tough to be an effective leader. It takes courage to say no to people who want something that they should not have or we cannot afford. And I've built a reputation as an elected official for doing just that. I'll be honest, decisive, and I'll make the tough calls. And as many people in this building can tell you, I'm sure, if I believe the cause is just, I don't care whose toes I step on. The bottom line is I'll be my own man. As mayor, I'm going to be looking out for you. Let me close by offering a bit of encouragement. Over the next several months, as this campaign progresses, you're going to encounter naysayers, people who will tell you that all your efforts are in vain because it's too late. South Bend's best days are behind us. That's what some have actually said to me. But I'm telling you right now, don't you believe it. Not for a second. Everywhere I go, I meet people in South Bend who have great talent and ideas for making our city better. Together, we will fight and we will come back. I believe our best days are ahead. And I'll tell you what, this is personal for me. I have 4 young adult children, and I want to work with you to build the kind of city where my children and your children will want to come home to, where they can find jobs, where they can live and raise their families, and I believe we can succeed. How do I know this? Why am I so confident? It's because I know you. I know the people of this city. You are hardworking. You are resilient. You care for one another. Whether it's the grandmother struggling to raise her grandkids, or the teacher or firefighter living next door, or even the kid down the block who mows your lawn or shovels your walk, this is a city filled with people full of heart and courage. Oh yeah, we will succeed. God bless you all, and may God bless the city of South Bend. Thank you all very much.